Must roll the
Hey, how's everybody doing?
You can hear the city talk. We got a hotline.
Happy Thursday.
We got a hotline.
Welcome to my show, Purdy Amazing People. Right.
BBK, 2nd Street and Bill.
It's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. How are you doing, Kathy?
We got a hotline.
We got a hotline.
Hotline.
Hey, Joy Anderson. How's it going?
Born in all the city, but you can't get Memphis out your mind.
Hey, Brian Barbecue Brown.
Make you greasy like my blues. Don't you know?
Hi, Rick. Hey, April.
Who's calling you?
Hi, Bob Fisher. How you doing, Bob?
Like a freight train calling
Hey,
you.
Sabrina. How you doing, Sabrina? Hey, Wendy. Hey, girl. Getting down. I hope you guys getting down too. Hey, Sabrina. How's it going in Indiana? Tino, how are you doing, Tino? Good to see you. Yeah, greetings from Los Angeles. Hey, Kathy. How are you doing, Kathy? Guys. Sabrina, oh, you're hungry. Sabrina says she's hungry.
Oh, make you greasy like my blues.
Glad you enjoy the new tune. It was number 2 on the ROR charts. That's right.
Now I got it in me.
Hi, Nisi. How are you doing, Nisi? Good to see you, friends.
Ain't nothing but blues.
Are you in Nashville or are you in Detroit now? Where are you, Nisi?
Night.
Hey, how are you doing, Jim?
Memphis out your mind.
Great to see you guys tonight.
Born in the city, but you can't get Memphis out your mind.
Hey, how are you doing?
Born in the city, but you can't get Memphis out your mind.
Yep, it's time to go live tonight.
Your mind. I love me some Memphis.
Woo! Cut that song with Drake Shining on B3, Slammin', and then Dave Osty on guitars, bass, and guitar. Missing you all very much. Hey, Jerry Franco. Hi, Hefe. Hey. And tonight we have a very special guest. I'm so excited. His name is Larry Mitchell. And Larry Mitchell is a phenomenal guitarist, Grammy Award winner, producer, and engineer. He's worked with so many amazing people, Steve Vai, just all kinds of people. Anyways, I'm glad you guys could hang out, and I want to know what you guys are doing. Talk to me for a minute. Let's see. Jude joined. How's it going? Tell me what's going on. Let's talk for a minute, huh? Yep. Oh, he said, there she is. Here I am. I miss you guys all so much. I'm going to be releasing some new music in 2021, and I'm excited and looking forward to that. And that's going to be really cool. But right now, I'm really honestly enjoying coming and hanging out with you guys and sharing the music. I think that we've waited long enough, Miss April. I think that we should bring on Mr. Larry Mitchell. Can we bring on, hey, how are you doing, Larry?
Oh, are we live?
We are live.
I'm sorry, I was just opening Chewbacca here.
Oh my gosh.
Here.
Tell us about your collection. I mean, this is kind of a time that we get to hang out and oh my. So that's Chewbacca.
Then we'll have to have a Predator versus Chewbacca.
A Predator versus Chewbacca? Well, you know what? When we did our little promo video, I came prepared.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I came prepared and I brought my own stuffy friends. Okay, I have stuffy friends too that not a lot of people know about.
I'm
So,
not sure I don't know what you mean. Oh, cool.
but I'm not as good as you as manipulating your cute little stuffy. You're pretty stellar with that. So, Larry, tell us what you've been up to.
Just doing the same thing I've been doing. You know, I was streaming every Tuesday at 9 o'clock for about 3 years before the pandemic started. And
I was watching that and I loved it and I still love it.
thank you. It was fun because I got to do it. I even did it in airports. I almost did it on a plane once. Um, and done it in people's backyards. I've done it backstage at clubs before a show. And so once the pandemic started, I started doing it. You know, it became a thing that a few other people that watch it relied on, wanted me to continue doing it. So
Yeah.
and I
Go
did
ahead.
add some extra videos, and now I do a Sunday show, acoustic show, on Sunday nights. So that's what I'm doing, and producing other artists as well. Still,
By the way, I love the Sunday show because I love the sunset.
cool.
I love sunsets. I just posted some pictures of sunsets. I went on this really nice walk yesterday with my daughter. After all the craziness, walking and sunsets really bring me a peace of mind, as does music. And I know we were talking when we were creating our little promo for the show, and you were saying that you've had people reach out to you and how you've touched them with your music.
Yeah, I get quite a few messages every week, emails and messages that they really enjoyed the show, and it was something that was especially after a hard day. Um, with it's been a crazy 2020 was a crazy year. So just when you thought, okay, I'm over, I can handle what's been going on now, something else would pop up, and so it was a little stressful. And just in general, being locked in your house for a while, and or not be able to go out places, not be able to do as much stuff they usually used to doing. Um, Music, they turn to music to help them get through it, and so
I totally agree. When way back when we had Desert Storm, I performed for the Department of Defense, and I did the Somalia relief tour. So I went to the Middle East during that time frame, and I went to Africa to
oh,
deliver food to people. And in the Middle East, I get emotional every time I talk about this. You know, I in the middle, and well, it's just kind of an emotional time frame anyways. And so in the Middle East, it was on 4th of July, and I was in the Gulf of Oman. And what happened was, as I was singing the national anthem, these babies that were serving in the military during this time frame were just crying and crying because, and it going back and reflecting on that now, what's happening, it's really even harder for me to say. And they leave their homes at such a young age and devote their lives to making America better.
mhm.
And and so I liken it to that time. This is because I contemplated: do I come on tonight? Do I not come on? And what would have those people, that the entertainers back then, Bob Hope, he went out there and he toured for those troops year after year after year after year, and all these beautiful people, beautiful people who are following us. We really do love you. It's more than just the music to us. Oh, it's more than just the music to us. We want to brighten your day, and we know, because what music, we're so blessed because God's given us this particular gift that we get to share with the world. And we can turn it on, and we can kind of self-medicate through music and heal ourselves to some respect. So we know the effects of music. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show. And I wanted to have you on because I know that you are doing just that.
I'm trying.
In airports, wherever you are, you just stop, drop, and play.
Mhm.
Ah. Stop, drop, and play. And so, anyways, that's why I wanted to honor you. But another thing, during the Christmas season, were you giving away instruments?
No.
I thought you were raising funds for guitar to give away guitars.
But Guitars in the Classroom.
Yes. Can you tell me more about that?
Guitars in the Classroom is a wonderful organization that's millions of kids bring music back into schools from I believe kindergarten up to now continuing education. And it's as simple as there's a woman in San Diego, Jessica Barron, who started it. It's her dream, and she is just amazing with connecting and doing wonderful things. But it starts as simple as thing is like when you have a group of young kids and you go, all right, it's time to line up. The attention span is all over the place. But if you pull out a guitar, you have their attention. And if you make up and play the lineup song, they line up.
Line up, everybody line up. Is that the lineup song?
It could be whatever you want. They teach teachers. One part of the program is teaching teachers who've never played before, how to in Open G, which is a nice simple tuning. You can you just without touching anything, you have a G major chord, but a couple of fingers, you can have a couple of different chords. And then the teachers can make up the songs about whatever they want, or you can adapt the melody from another song to be whatever you need for a school for a learning process.
Sure. And what a beautiful way, not just to pass the baton, like we were talking about how music is so healing, but also, music is so instructional. It's just, we have this inner rhythm within us that we beat to every day, that we were made to be musical. And I thought to myself, I'm going a little off, but I thought to myself, wow, wouldn't it be so cool if everybody played an instrument?
Sure.
What would the world be like if everybody played an instrument?
Yeah, I'm all for it. But also, music is a part of learning. If you go back to tribal stuff, they teach stories and songs. They teach the young stories and songs.
Sure. And what were those particular stories and songs called? Do you know? I'm more fascinated by it. That's why I'm asking.
In different tribal
communities
have different songs for. Okay, sorry, that was a loud.
Okay, that's okay.
Different songs for different reasons, different events and stuff.
I'd like to dig more into that.
Song. We learned lots of stuff through songs as well.
We do. Every day every day I'm learning something new, and definitely during this time frame I'm thinking, woo, God, I'm learning so much, Lord. Well, I learned that I should never invested any money in a pair of jeans because all I'm wearing now is stretchy pants, and I should have invested money in stretchy pants. That's one thing that I learned.
Well, jeans by the front door, so when you get packages, you have door pants.
You have door what?
Door pants.
Door pants?
You can pants on when deliveries come.
Oh, I see. Okay, excuse me. Let me put my door pants on.
Answer the door pants.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, that's why women have robes.
Oh.
So we have robes. But I mean, anyways, we can go on and on about that. So you have this wonderful song that I'd like to play.
Okay.
Can we do that, Miss April?
Yes, we can. Here we go. Tunnel.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, this is from Shadows of the Fall.
I like the groove. Gary says it sounds good. Gary says it sounds good. Nisi says it's cool. Nice. Wow. Wow.
Thank
We
you.
had a lot of great comments here. I just want to read some of them off. Kathy said moving. Predator is grooving. Juke Joint Anderson said cool. I think you're going to have a whole bunch of new followers. And so tell us more about this song, Larry. Who's on this track?
Me. My friend Leo is playing the piano.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so you're playing guitars, bass. Wow.
Everything.
Everything sounds great. So tell me what the writing process is like to you?
Ooh,
I know that's a big, huge one.
normally I write. If I'm sitting down playing guitar or sometimes bass, I might come up with a cool idea or a riff or something like that. And what I then do is get my phone out real quick and just record it. And then normally when I get ready to do a record, I go back through that process, go back through the recordings and go, yes, no, or actually this idea and this idea are the same, whatever. And I start to pull ideas out and work on them. This record was different. Back in the summer, I knew I wanted to do a record in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the summer when we had New York was at the height of the COVID experience. My Facebook feed was looking like a obituary column of people, and so I started writing some music. And it could be said because I released two. Eventually, I released two EPs at the same time. I released an acoustic one called "The Light Within," and
Yeah,
then
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
this is called "Shadows on the Soul."
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I like that. I like that the juxtaposition of those two, the light and the shadows. That was pretty creative. That was pretty nifty there.
I think it's just the way it ended up being. So "Shadows on the Soul" is semi dark, not super dark, because that was what was going on. And so there was a couple of things that were happening that I didn't realize that were connected. One was I have my first record came out 30 years ago, 1990,
Mm-hmm.
and then
What was the first record?
it's just my name, Larry Mitchell.
Okay. Okay.
The third is acoustic. The first two records are rock instrumental, and the third record is an acoustic instrumental record called Escape, Acoustic Passage. And a lot of people like that record for many different reasons. And there are people, and since then I've hadn't put out another acoustic record, but I tried to put an acoustic song or two on almost every electric record that I've released since then. And
Sure.
I had been getting a lot of people saying, "Oh, I love it if you just put another acoustic record out," because sometimes I'm singing that vibe. And at the same time, I get people saying, "Oh, I love the acoustic stuff, but I really like when the electric record just keeps rocking all the way through," kind of thing. And that's not me because I do a lot of different things. But I decided I was probably eventually going to do an electric record. I mean, an acoustic record as well as an electric record. But first, I was trying to do one record called "Shadows on the Soul."
Mm-hmm.
I had a bunch of songs that were in that vibe, slightly dark, reflecting what was going on to friends in New York. And then I started doing some acoustic songs, and the acoustic songs were taking a different turn. So I said, all right, I'm going to put out an acoustic record and an electric record. Then it was like, well, I keep telling the artists that I produce not to put out full records because no one's listening to full records. So I'll do EPs. I'll do an acoustic EP and electric EP.
I have a question about that as an artist. Okay, so real quick. So if you do an EP, can you still submit it to the Grammy for a Grammy?
I think so. I think especially now because a lot of artists are doing EPs. But
Okay.
I don't know the Grammy rules. They change all the time.
Sure, of course. Okay, just a thought. So you tell a lot of artists to produce an EP.
Because it's hard to promote. Well, people aren't necessarily buying full. It depends if you're in a genre where people buy full CDs and actually buy CDs. But a lot of times people just buy tracks, single tracks, or now they stream stuff. But so I'm in a little bit of a niche group where people actually want a CD or listen to it I still like CDs as a collection of music where the journey starts on track 1 and it ends on track 2, and hopefully it makes people want to play track 1 again.
Yeah.
So I had both records. I said I'm going to limit it to 5 songs each. I had both records done, and then we had a lot of the protests going on, and I was like, well, how do I release a record now that there's a global pandemic and social injustice protests going on and all kinds of stuff?
I had that same crossroads, so this is a great conversation.
So I decided to wait, and the more I waited, I said, I'm just going to put it out. I'll put one out, then I'll put the other one out. And when I went back and listened to it, I started writing again. So there's only 3 songs from the electric and 3 songs from the acoustic that survived the first round. And
Sure.
it's actually good because I like the way both records, they started to take shape more as I was looking backwards and experiencing going through new experiences. And I remember one of the artists that I loved that I played for and played on his record was Rick Ocasek, the singer from the Cars.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting together with Rick, and he was telling me about how the Cars would record. He would write 40 songs for a Cars record. They would fully record, mix, master, everything, 20 of them, and then sit back and pick the best 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing that you can just go, all right, all great. I recorded them all, but these are the cream of the crops. I'm just going to put those out.
I used to work for Peer Music, and Peer Music, have you heard of Peer Publishing? Peer Publishing? Okay, so back in the day, like last week, pre-pandemic, I used to work for Peer Publishing, and so what I would do is I would go in and make the scratch tracks, and so they housed all these writers in this, which is now was Katy Perry's huge mansion, and so I'd go in there and I just cut scratch track after scratch track, and then they'd give them to some of the huge artists and stuff. But there were there's the days of warehousing writers and sitting and writing 40 songs. I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, do they exist? Do they not exist? I mean,
Yeah, I'm not going to touch.
But you're a true artist in what you said. Like you could see that the song was starting to take shape. So as an artist, visual artists, you're molding the clay. They're molding the clay, but we're molding the song in different ways. We're
Yes.
molding the song. Does the groove? The groove is really important. Does the groove? Is it in the pocket? Can people feel it? Is it, yours, mine more with verse and bridges and structure and that and such,
Mhm.
Am I telling a story? Are the lyrics meaningful? I ask these questions of myself as a writer. Is this believable? Can this pertain to a wide, broad audience? I mean, people like Bill Withers, Lean on Me, standing the test of time because everybody can relate. Is it relatable? So those are the molding and the shaping of the clay that goes through my mind as I'm writing.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Well, I have been very honored because you have asked me to sing with you on a couple of occasions. And the minute that you asked me, I was like, okay. And we went down to Hollywood at the Musicians Institute. And it was
Steve
really,
Vai's
really
nonstop jamathon. Yeah.
Steve Vai's nonstop jamathon. And first drum, there's musical connections. The first drum, I was like, okay, I really, I could feel the musical vibe between you and I. So I want to say thank you. And so when you asked me to do the Can't Stop the Blues and you sent me the track, I was like, yeah, I want to sing with Larry again.
Cool.
So
Good.
we have that, and I want to say thank you. We have that track here. April, can you play that for us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called, but we're going to have some fun. I got Ali Venable on guitar, Brigitte Purdy on some vocals, and on vocals. Here we go. Ali, what you got? Kissing. Bridget. All right, Bridget Purdy on the first verse.
Ain't no peace in the cookie jar. Just me and my baby and his damn guitar. Ain't no loving going down here. I'm locked up and I'm locked down. Yeah, I'm lucky. The nightlight's on all through the night. 'Cause that's the time when I'm feeling alright. Ain't nothing loving going down here. I'm knocked down and knocked up. Yeah, I'm lucky.
Allie.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. That Ellie, I'm telling you. That was great. When you sent me that track, it was really the first thing that I did for pan pandemic. And so my thought was writing about a woman being stuck, quarantined, not stuck. We're not stuck. We're quarantined with a musician who pays her no attention, but he's spending all his time with his guitar.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
I'm not saying I didn't. Hey, who am I to judge?
Kidding.
Who am I to judge? Well, let's see. Let's see if anybody has any questions for Larry before we hit the road here. Do you all have any questions?
There was a question. They wanted to know where Larry was from and how he started playing in the blues.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, April.
By the way, I have April on my computer dancing. But
April?
well, I looked at her Facebook page and she's dancing.
She
looks different than she does here on the screen now.
You little stalker, Larry Mitchell.
I just
hold on, wait a minute.
I clicked on it. So.
That's awesome.
I'm from New York originally, Brooklyn and Queens, Far Rockaway, Queens, and I play a lot of different, back in the 80s, you had to be a little bit of everything. You had to play a little, you know, to survive as a musician, you played for as a side different people. And you played a little bit of pop, a little bit, like a couple of country tunes. You have to be Eddie Van Halen for one song and Nile Rodgers for another. Which was actually turned out to be good for my sideman career because, I went from the Billy Squier 91 and then toured with Tracy Chapman in 92. Complete opposites. And those years in New York were really, really good. Really good for me to work out my stuff. I've been playing since I was 9, and I don't know what else.
But what made you want to pick up the guitar? What was it? What do you remember that? Because I can't. I've always sang, so when people ask me that, I can't remember.
Well, I wanted to play drums first, but my mom threw them out the window.
I was trying to figure that out. You look like a frustrated drummer. No, I'm just joking.
But back then, my mom threw my drum set out the window, so guitar was it. I had to play guitar before that, but that was it.
Yeah.
And she's watching right now, so if you want to.
Oh, I've never met your mom. I'm always telling you, please tell your mom Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or God bless you. So, hi, Mom. I wonder if my mom's watching. Mom, are you watching? She watched last week. I love her because she's the best at constructive criticism. So after this, my mom will call me and she'll say, Brigitte, you need to, Brigitte. So last time there wasn't too many notes.
Oh,
so let's see. Any other questions? Does anybody else have another question for Larry? And then this will be.
Who's your favorite bands?
Who's your favorite bands, Larry?
Oh, I listen to so many different things, artists. I can tell you that. I'm a big fan of the Police, Rush. I'm a huge Prince fan. I'm a major Peter Gabriel fan. And I'm on my 3rd Tori Amos kick. I just been listening to, actually lately I've been listening to Prince and Tori Amos. And then there's a new singer out of Atlanta named Teddy Swims. Have you heard Teddy Swims?
No, you're going to have to send me some stuff.
His voice is just heaven. His voice.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then I listened to a lot of singer-songwriters. I was big into Ed Sheeran. I love the U2. Still a Van Halen fan. I listen to a lot of different types of music. Sheryl Crow, big Sheryl Crow fan. I'm a fan of music, so I like music. There's not a lot I don't like. There's a couple of things I don't like, but most things I like. I'm a Mozart fan too.
Oh yeah, get those brainwaves rolling. Well, Larry, I'm so happy that we got to catch up, and thank you. It's always an honor to be in your presence, and even more of an honor to make music with you because you are the bomb.
Oh.
And all these people are saying it. There's Sabrina said, I'm looking forward to Larry possibly being nominated for a Grammy. Lots of great stuff. So where can people find you before we hit the road?
The new EPs are on larrymitchell.bandcamp.com. There's the past CDs are on everything, Spotify and iTunes and Amazon.com. My website .com, and I do 2 live streams a week on Tuesday nights, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, and Sunday that's electric, and then Sunday nights all acoustic and mellow, and we drink hot chocolate and eat chocolate and popcorn on Sunday night.
Awesome, that's awesome, and your fans really love you, and we love you too. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate having you. My next guest that's going to be on next week, and you're going to have to tune in, Larry, is going to be Michelle Simon. It's not next week, but it's going to be January 21st. So y'all hit the love button, please, and share because, this is how us artists get around and we get to do our thing. You know, the more we're out there, the more, you know, the more love, the more music, the more healing. So please hit the love button and share. Then people will hear Larry's music.
There you go. That's our next single, Love Button.
Hit the love button, baby. Ow!
You can hear that city talk.
Ow!
Right in.
Hit the love button. Hit the love button. Bye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon. Have a great day. It's late now. Toodles. Larry.
Second Street and Bill, WC
Oh yeah, I need to dance with my stuffy.
We got a hotline. We got a hotline.
Woo!
In all the city, but you can't get Memphis out.
You're really good at that, Larry. You're awesome.
Make you greasy like my blues. Don't you know Mississippi's calling you? Like a train calling you.
That was cute. Did your mom make it? I like that. You're a pro at this, I'm telling you. You can see drumming skills. Oh my God. Toodles, guys, we'll see you on January 21st, and I will have Michelle Seidemann from the Women in Blues, and we'll be talking about the Women in Blues showcase that will be coming up in February. So thank you so much for hitting that love button, and sharing is caring, and until next time, please take care of yourself, take care of others, pour some love on people. Toodle-oodles. Bye now.
Born in the city, but you can't.